Levittown.
This is the Pro Football Report, presented by BCWSA, a weekly recap of your Philadelphia Eagles and all the news around the NFL. Broadcasting live from Chickies and Pete's, tonight's show is brought to you by the Philadelphia Protestant Home, Rob's Automotive and Collision, SEPTA, The Capitol Grill, Cheerleaders Gentlemen's Club, Ventresca's Custom Clothing, Chickies and Pete's, Begley, Carlin, and Mandio Law Firm, Hand and Stone Spa, Penworth Financial Services, BCWSA, and CJ's Tire and Automotive. We now go live to Chickies and Pete's for the Pro Football Report, presented by BCWSA. Now, here are your hosts, Delaware County Times Birds reporter Bob Grotz and voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, Merrill Reese.
Thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. Great to be with you at the beautiful Chickies and Pete's in Malvern, Pennsylvania. It is a beautiful night. It is a beautiful day in Eagle Land as the Birds smashed the Minnesota Vikings last night 24-7. Bob Grotz, what a game.
Jalen Hurts won with his arm.
He did.
That's what I heard, yeah.
Yeah, he did win with his arm, although he had a pretty good 26-yard jaunt for a touchdown.
He did his execution was unbelievable. I have never, that's the first time I've seen him that accurate when he's in the pocket. And receivers did a great job of getting open. The game plan was, it seemed like they caught the Vikings by surprise. And the defense played defense. So really good defense.
We have a great guest with us tonight,
Plays
former
defense,
Eagles defensive end, Mike Mamula. Mike, great to have you with us.
Great to be here.
Mike, did you enjoy the game last night?
I did. The defense really put it out there. Anytime you're going to keep an NFL team to 7 points, it's amazing.
Yeah. They did it in a lot of different ways. They're not an all-out blitzing team, but they put enough pressure on Kirk Cousins when they had to.
No, I agree. And obviously Slay just slayed him like he's been doing. It's great stuff.
You know, the coverage, when you have Slay on one side and now you have James Bradbury on the other, they are very solid. And then you have a nickel corner in Avonte Maddox, who is as good as they get.
Yeah, when you have those corners, I mean, similar to when I was playing, we had Troy Vincent and Bobby Taylor.
Yeah.
And, Jim Johnson was able to come up with these schemes to really destroy teams. And when you have those guys on an island like that, and you have everybody else moving around, it's only good stuff for the defense.
Boy, I forgot about how good some of your people were. When you played what years? You were Ray Rhodes' first draft
95 through 2000.
95 through 2000. So you had Troy Vincent. Had Bobby Taylor.
Al Harris.
Al Harris.
Yeah, he was.
He was the second Al Harris they had. They had one who had played for Buddy Ryan with the Bears.
Okay.
And he came over here and played. But you had the Al Harris who left here and then went to the Green Bay Packers.
Started at corner. I mean, they had 3 corners back there. It was amazing. It was a great defense that we had.
Yeah, he was tough.
Yeah, I mean, it put him out there as well on an island, and he was fine.
And the only thing I remember negatively about Al Harris is he got hit with a lot of penalties.
Yeah, unfortunately, he established a name, and some people called him Dirty One.
Yeah. And he was aggressive. There's no question about it. But his reputation.
He was a great player.
Yeah,
he was a great player.
He was a great guy,
and
too.
An awesome guy.
Remember he had those gold teeth?
He was great.
Yeah. But he got them taken out. He had them removed.
Did he?
Because, his agent was saying he had him removed because he wanted to be a better role model back in Florida, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So he had platinum teeth.
I don't know what the new ones were. They look like regular teeth. Yeah.
I honestly don't remember any of that.
Oh,
how about your defensive line?
Defensive line, we had William Fuller, Andy Harmon, Rhett Hall.
Yeah, former 49er.
Who else did we have on that team? I mean, those were the starters, and then Ron Dixon. You remember him?
Yeah, the
truck driver.
Yeah, the truck driver. Remember that?
Yep.
Ray found him driving a truck or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kevin Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, that was.
That was a pretty good defense.
You must have some good stories about those guys. Any of them you can tell?
Not yet.
Yeah. Those guys were like, that was a really, that team had a lot of drama surrounded with like guys coming in and you guys kind of got together. I remember that the biggest win was against the Lions, in the playoffs.
Exactly.
That
Lomas
was-
Brown. I got sacked that game. That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
that right? Yeah.
the thing I remember about that was during the week, Lomas Brown predicted that the Lions were going to beat the Eagles in that playoff game. Then he comes in on Saturday to play, and late in the game, the Eagles were beating them by plenty, and all of a sudden the crowd of 65,000. Lomas. I will never forget that.
That's hilarious.
Do you remember what happened at the end of the first half?
Maybe, if you remind me.
Okay.
Perriman got hurt.
No, the
broke
very
his
end of the
leg.
first half.
Oh.
The Eagles went with a Hail Mary, and Rodney Peete threw the ball 50 yards through the air and connected with Rob Carpenter.
Rob Carpenter. Wow. There's another one. Yeah.
That's a steel trap you have between those ears.
There we go. I do remember that, though.
Yeah.
It was Rodney Peete.
Yeah. Rodney was, Rodney and his wife Holly was around quite a bit.
Sure. Holly Robinson Peete.
Pete. Correct.
Yeah, her dad was
Wow.
on Sesame Place.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Did you know? You knew that, right?
Yeah. That was a good, I like that series. And hanging with Mr. Cooper. Wasn't she on that?
She was on that.
Hanging,
Don't remember
She
that
was
one.
an actress.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, of
Holly.
course.
Yeah, hanging with Mr. Cooper.
And Rodney was a good guy.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then the other quarterback you had was
Randall Cunningham.
Was Randall still on that team?
Randall was still on the team.
The first year he was.
And we had Jay Fiedler. Jay
you
and
had-
I lived together.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
Didn't you have the guy from the Redskins, the Super Bowl MVP, Rippin?
Rippin came in
Yeah.
for a minute.
How was it? Yeah.
She showed up. Who else came in? The receiver from Green Bay.
Oh, yeah, James Lofton.
Lofton
Yeah.
shows up.
Yeah.
I think
He retired.
He had like a toolbox of cleats for different weather. Like he had it like all
Wow.
separated. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, James Lofton, by the way, has become a good broadcaster. He does a lot of things for, I believe, Compass
Yeah,
Media.
he's
and I
really
run into
good.
him from time to time in different cities.
Great.
And he does a good job as a color analyst. And
Box-
he's also in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, a toolbox
place to
full
be.
of cleats. What a great idea.
Yeah.
See, I always
mean-
talk about the Eagles the Eagles got some great players over the years, like James Lofton, like Roy Green, who was a great player with
Oh,
the
and that guy
Cardinals.
from Washington at
Yeah.
the end of his career. Whoa.
Yeah.
The receiver. Oh, jeez.
How about Richard Dent?
Richard Dent.
Richard Dent.
He was a great pass rusher. I mean, he couldn't. His knees were done.
He leans into 3 sacks a year.
Yeah.
At the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always liked. I liked his technique. It was like.
Yeah, he was a good
See,
player.
Yeah.
but the problem is they would get these players when they were way past the prime,
Yeah.
and they didn't play
me.
like
Yeah.
what your expectations. They weren't the same. I
No.
mean, they were way slower. They weren't as physical. It was not a good way to build.
They got
a
him
team.
at the garage sale, Merrill. Yeah, they were like sitting on the tables, and
Yep.
but they did get some play out of him. Wow,
Good old days.
a lot of memories. Yeah,
Absolutely. But you did have an interesting team, and you did have a team that went to the playoffs. And actually, the next playoff game you had one in Dallas. Remember the Dallas game?
Yes, and
After
it
the-
snowed here.
It snowed here.
20 and a half inches.
And,
Yeah.
and we were stuck in Dallas until Tuesday night.
Exactly. And then I flew to Arizona.
Oh, did you?
I did. And I went out.
Without ID, right?
So I went out, and as a rookie, I had to pay for everything where we were at. So I lost my wallet. I kept my credit card that I paid for everything, at the restaurant. So then I didn't have an ID. So I went to a baseball card store and got a football card of me and used that as photo ID to get on the
Really?
airplane.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, it was fun.
The TSA was a little bit. Their standards were.
So you didn't come back from Dallas with everybody else?
I did not. I flew from
Lax.
Dallas to Arizona.
Were
see
you
some
allowed
family.
to do that?
I asked
Oh,
Ray.
yeah.
He said, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was no problem.
That's a great deal.
And then I stayed in San Francisco after we lost to them out there.
Do you remember who finished that game for the Eagles? What quarterback?
No.
I'll tell you.
Ty?
No, not Ty.
Oh,
Ty started.
Doug?
Mark Rippon.
Mark Rippon.
Rippon finished that? Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
All I remember is hitting this great big island with the rental car, and the rental car went up in the air. It was raining that night.
Nice.
I was like airborne. I thought I was going in the
That was
bay.
a sloppy game.
Yeah.
That was a terrible game.
It was a nasty,
It was like
nasty
15
weather.
to 12 or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, I think one of the Detmers started
14
that
to
game.
7.
It was tight. I remember it was
Yeah.
tight.
It didn't work out well.
No.
But you know what? You guys, you had your moments and you made the playoffs, and Ray was a good guy to be around.
He was a great guy to be around. He knew a lot. You learned from him, and yeah, he was a player's coach.
Now, were you here when Andy came in?
I was. I was here 2 years with Andy.
What did you think of Andy?
Again, players coach, really organized. He was like kind of like a combination. I felt of I had Coughlin as a coach in college, Tom Coughlin, and Andy didn't take it to that extreme, but he had the same skills that Coughlin has, and he also had the skills of Ray being a players coach at the same time. So it was kind of like a combination.
It's interesting because when you're talking about somebody like Andy, Andy was tough, but Andy was so organized, and as good as he was, I never sensed early in his coaching career that he was going to be a Hall of Fame coach, and he certainly is. I mean, the winningest coach in Eagles history. His totals are way up there. He's up there with the great coaches of all time.
Yeah, he's fair. He's fair to all of his players. He does the right things.
Yeah. Second winningest among active head coaches. Second winningest. Only Belichick has more wins than Andy.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Is that that's incredible? Yeah.
Hall of Fame. Without a doubt.
He's going to go in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
they may
sure
win the
will.
Super Bowl this year, right?
Well,
I like them.
They've already won one under him.
Yeah.
They could win another one, although I'll tell you something. Another friend of mine is coaching, the head coach of the Buffalo Bills, Sean McDermott. They look like the team to beat this year.
They look like a machine. It looks. I mean, it's their offense. I remember when we were playing in the season when Dallas went 95. They just did whatever they wanted to do whenever they wanted to do it, and that's what it seems like right now with the Bills.
Well, they went out and they got a first-round quarterback who struggled for a first couple of years or adjusted, but Josh Allen has become an elite quarterback.
No, I agree. I mean, he's running that thing like a machine.
What is it about the defense that Sean runs that is so impressive?
Do you know what? I haven't really dissected it, but if he, he's a disciple of Jim Johnson, so I'm assuming a lot of what he does is what he learned from Jim.
Well, he's got Leslie Frazier there too.
Leslie was there as well.
Andy's
so it's
coach,
like,
right? Yeah. But I think that's their weakness right now. The defense is still.
The Bills?
Yeah, they brought in a pass rusher. They really, they could get after the quarterback.
If you think about it, that's all they're probably going to have to do.
Yeah.
Because they're going to put up so many points. Everybody's going to be in third down mode trying to catch up.
Yeah. Does anybody play defense anymore? The Eagles did Monday night. But
Correct.
does anybody play defense in the NFL?
Not really.
I mean,
it's hard with the new rules. I mean,
Yeah.
you see the receivers are just running wild. I was just thinking about that the other day, where guys would just jam folks in the right on the line, and that was a skill that you needed to have as a receiver. Now you don't need that. You could just be a 4-3 guy.
You mentioned the name, and the name is Jim Johnson. And I have had a pet peeve for a lot of years, and I believe that there should be a category in the Hall of Fame for coordinators, because you get certain coaches who were great as coordinators, not necessarily successful as head coaches, and yet their body of work as coordinators should put them in the Hall of Fame. Jim Johnson is one. Buddy Ryan had some success as a head coach, but he wasn't what you would call a great head coach. But Buddy Ryan was the great defensive coordinator of the Bears.
Yeah.
And with Weeb Eubank with the Jets, one of the best coordinators I've ever been around, best coaches, was Bud Carson.
Okay.
Did
Yeah,
you get to
yeah.
know Bud Carson
I did
at all?
not.
Okay, Bud Carson was a phenomenal coordinator. He was the architect of the famous steel curtain in Pittsburgh.
Makes sense.
But yet in stops in Buffalo and Cleveland, he was not a successful head coach.
The zone blitz. A lot of people think he's the inventor of the zone blitz. Yeah.
Well, no, the zone blitz was Dom Capers,
Well-
who is another great assistant coach.
He came after Bud, though.
About
Yeah.
what? The title?
Yeah. No, I mean, I swear to God, yeah, they used to talk about, they called it the fire zone.
The fire zone blitz.
yeah.
And Bud actually said to me that this Dom Capers is building a great resume.
So he got it from Dom?
He
Yeah.
said Dom Capers was the one who was the innovator of the fire zone blitz. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with Mike Mamula right after this.
Hi, it's Pete from Chicken Pete's College Football is back. Come join us for XL College Football Saturdays every Saturday starting at 11 a.m. We have you covered. Ice cold domestic draft personal pitchers for just $5. Plus a wing special for you and your crew like no other. 40 classic or boneless Chicken and Pete's award-winning wings for just $60. Choose from buffalo, barbecue, dry rub, or the new kid on the wing block, spicy Thai peanut wings. XL College Football Saturdays only from Chickies and Pete's.
Former Philly Tommy Green, and here's the pitch. More people are online every day to check and pay their bills. Now you can have your BCWSA utility bill delivered electronically. Enrollment couldn't be easier. Just go to bcwsa.net or call 800-222-2068. With electronic billing, you have control to see your bills whenever you want and enjoy the convenience of viewing and printing up to 13 months of your previous bills. Best of all, the service is free. Sign up for e-billing at bcwsa.net. BCWSA, proven.
Hey Philly, let's ride. To work, to play, to each other. SEPTA is staffing up to make the system safer. And thanks to flexible fare options, seamless and simple. We're revolutionizing our bus network and reimagining rail service to better serve the region, the city, and you. Day or night, SEPTA is the Philly way to go. Into, out of, and all around the city. Learn more and plan your trip at iseptaphilly.com.
A flawless occasion begins at the Capitol Grill. From the moment you step into the Capitol Grill, located in the heart of Center City, the experience is one of comfortable elegance. Whether you're looking to host a private affair, a perfect lunch stop, or dinner destination, start your occasion at the Capitol Grill today. Visit thecapitolgrill.com or call 215-545-9588. That's 215-545-9588 for the Capitol Grill, Center City.
All tires aren't the same, and neither are all tire dealers. Michelin tires offer safe, fuel-efficient, long-lasting tires that provide exceptional performance and extraordinary value. B.F. Goodrich tires are built for drivers looking for high performance and aggressive styling. Trust the tire experts at CJ's Tire and Automotive in Fairless Hills. They'll get you in and out in no time, and their everyday low prices on B.F. Goodrich and Michelin tires can't be beat. CJ's Tire and Automotive. Better, faster, and more affordable.
Don't hang out alone in the man cave this football season. Hang out at Cheerleaders with sexy entertainers, $4 Miller Lights, Jameson specials, and awesome game day prizes during all Sunday and Monday football games. Stop in before, during, or after the game to see your favorite entertainers and your chance to win an awesome game day prize. The most epic game day experience is at Cheerleaders Gentlemen's Club, where champions play. Open daily from noon till 2 a.m.
Ventresca Limited, the Delaware Valley men's store, is located in historic Doylestown. For casual clothing in denim to business suits and tuxedos, Ventresca Limited has a large selection you have to see to believe. The experienced and knowledgeable sales staff can show you the many brand labels that have made Ventresca Limited in Doylestown a must for men concerned about their image. Select from Canali, Brax Jeans, Hickey Freeman, Johnson Murphy Footwear, and much more. Custom alterations are free. Visit Ventresca Limited on the web at ventresca.com.
Enjoy a world of Italian wine and cuisine in nearby Philadelphia at Grand Cafe L'Aquila. This Italian landmark cafe offers a wide variety of Italian options for both lunch and dinner, and before you leave, try their award-winning gelatos. Offering an online market for your favorite meats, cheeses, coffee, and much more, it's Grand Cafe L'Aquila website at grandcafel'Aquila.com. Call them today at 215-568-5600. That's 215-568-5600. Or visit them at their flagship location at 1716 Chestnut Street in Philadelphia. The world of Italian cuisine is only a 30-minute drive away at Grand Cafe L'Aquila.
Fall into relaxation at Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa. For an introductory price of just $69.95, enjoy the tranquility of their massage services and the rejuvenating glow their facial services provide. They even have specialty services such as a pumpkin facial or their signature hot stone massage. Restore, relax, and reset at one of Hand and Stone's 57 locations in Delaware, South Jersey, and Philadelphia, including the Lehigh Valley, for an introductory price of just $69.95. Call or book online at handandstone.com. Restrictions apply. See spa for details.
We now return to Chickies and Pete's for the Pro Football Report, presented by BCWSA. Once again, here are your hosts, Delaware County Times Birds reporter Bob Grotz and voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, Merrill Reese.
And you are listening to the Pro Football Report presented by BCWSA right here on WBCB 1490 AM, 107.3 FM, and seen live at WBCBsports.com. We're talking about Bobby Hoying, who was a quarterback drafted out of Ohio State by the Eagles and a friend of Mike Mamula's. You know, one of the things about Bobby, I liked him coming out of Ohio State. And I used to talk him up with Ray Rhodes, who ended up drafting him in the 3rd round. But Bobby was a good quarterback, and he got an opportunity when there were injuries, and he came down and he played a game in Baltimore. That was his first start. A game that ended up in a tie against the Ravens.
Was that Baltimore or Cincinnati?
No, that was Baltimore.
All right.
Then he played a game against Boomer Esiason and the Bengals, and he pulled it out. He put them on a last-minute drive, and they won the game. And the Philadelphia Daily News headline the next day was, "Hoy to the world." And the season ended, and Ray Rhodes said, this is going to be Bobby Hoying's team moving forward. Now, a few things happened in that offseason. Number one, Bobby had appendicitis, and then it became an infection, and he was late getting ready for training camp. Secondly, they put him through behind a porous, terrible offensive line, and they gave him virtually no talent at wide receiver. He didn't have a chance. He spent half of the year looking up at the sky in the prone position. They just battered him.
Checking out the helicopters?
Never had a chance.
Was Everett with him yet? Steve Everett, the center? No.
I don't think so.
Everett's 97, I think?
Okay. Yeah, I don't think so. So then, after that, the Eagles drafted Donovan McNabb, and Bobby was released.
99.
John Gruden was out in Oakland, and he appreciated Bobby Hoying. So Bobby Hoying goes out to Oakland and gets an opportunity, and unfortunately he was hurt, and he ended up with Tommy John elbow surgery and never really came back in the NFL.
Yeah, I still talk to Bobby. He's a great guy, great player, enjoy his company. So, yeah.
Yeah, but you have to be so lucky in the NFL to have one of these long, successful careers.
Luck is key. I mean, you get kneed in the back of the head, or whatever happens, you could be out for a month. And, it's like a car crash out there every play. So you never know who's going to come out scathed and unscathed.
Go ahead, Bob.
You played on that plantar fasciitis.
That wasn't
How many
fun.
years? Yeah.
No, this last season.
Just the last one.
Yeah.
That is like the most painful thing,
I used to get injections in my foot before the games to numb my entire foot.
Yeah.
And then the last game when the Giants returned the kickoff in the playoffs for the touchdown.
Yeah.
I think the following series I was just running. I didn't get the injection that game, and it felt like a firecracker went off of my shoe. I hopped off, get carted off, and it was my Liz Frank blue.
Oh, did you have that?
Yeah, that was like the nail in the coffin.
Was that a result of the plantar fasciitis?
They said no, but I probably it had to have been because it was probably compromised through all the injections I was getting through the season. I'm sure it didn't help things.
How long did it take to heal that?
3.5 months, and then they got me well enough to cut me.
Well, they didn't have to make an injury settlement, right?
Yeah. So they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
And you haven't had any trouble since?
It's not. I don't really run, so if I start running again, I think it'd be a problem. But it doesn't bother me. But it's there.
But you've kept your weight down. You look like you're in great shape.
Yeah, that's genetics.
That's genetics?
I'm a 6'5" version of my dad.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's skinny.
But did you ever build yourself up to be stronger as a defensive end?
Of course. Yeah, I used to. It was crazy. I had two jobs, and they were both lifting weights and eating. So, exactly.
How many reps at 220 did you do at the combine?
225, I did 26.
225, 20, yeah. Which, for a guy your size, that was pretty good.
Long arms.
Yeah.
Well,
move that weight around.
You actually set records at the combine, right?
It's not really records. It's kind of like, subjective records, I guess. So, yes.
That's still, I mean, one of them was the vertical jump, too, right?
Yeah, I did 38 and a half in that. And then I beat, in all the agility drills, I beat every receiver and DB in every agility drill.
Was that natural, or did you spend a lot of time preparing for that?
The Coughlin, he hired the strength coach. He wound up carrying him on, but he used to run winter workouts with all the combine drills, so it was all muscle memorization. So I was obviously being everybody at school in all those drills. I knew I was going to do well in the combine, so it was the reason why I left early.
You left BC early.
Yeah, before I go to my last year.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, and it was great because the team wasn't good the following year. We lost, I think, 7 guys to the NFL. So when you lose that kind of pool of talent, and it was funny because the following season BC played Ohio State in the first kickoff game, and Bobby destroyed them. I mean, it was like 50 to 7 or something like that. So it's another Bobby comes up again.
See, I still think Bobby could have been a successful NFL quarterback.
You liked his release.
I liked
you?
everything about him except that he was never in the right situation.
It happens that way. There's a lot of things that need to fall into place for success to happen.
I don't even remember who his receivers were, Merrill. I mean, that's...
Calvin Williams.
Was Calvin still there? Wow.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. Was he?
I don't even remember who they were.
How about Charles Johnson?
Charles Johnson, God rest his soul.
No, he wasn't there until Modrak came in with Andy.
We had, what was his name? Chris T. Jones was one of them.
Yeah. Who had talent, but
Freddie Solomon.
Yeah.
Freddie Solomon. I forgot about him.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I remember him now that you bring him up.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have placed him on that team.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is he had marginal players at wide receiver and no protection.
No, it's not a good mix for success.
Now, do you know who? How about this? Playing. Do you remember? Do you remember who backed up Bobby Hoying at quarterback?
Oh, this is a good one.
Probably.
Oh.
I mean, we had. I could run through the whole list. So we had. I was with Randall. I was with Rodney Pete, Ty Detmer, Coy Detmer, Bobby Hoying.
You're missing one.
I know it was Doug Peterson that was later.
No.
It wasn't Don McNabb either. It was later.
No. It was when Bobby went down in Denver, and he came wobbling off the field.
Bobby Brister
came in.
Wow. Oh, you could have slapped me in the face with that one. I don't remember that one.
Hey, we got to go to break.
Oh, we have to take another break? All right, we'll be back with more great
Bobby
questions
Brister.
right after this.
Hi, it's Pete from Chicky and Pete's. Check out Chicky and Pete's all-new happy hour every weekday starting at 4 p.m. Enjoy select craft beers, seltzers, and wines for $5, plus feature cocktails for $7 on our special happy hour food menu. We call it the Bar Board, with world-famous crab fries, tasty pretzel nuggets, and get ready, Curds-A-Roni, with crispy bacon and Dijon cheese sauce. Chicky and Pete's all-new happy hour every weekday starting at 4 p.m. Chickies and Pete's.
BCWSA customers, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green here. I played on the 1993 National League champs, so I know a thing or two about what it's like playing on a winning team. BCWSA has all the ingredients. They make it easy for their customers to get automatic updates by text, email, or phone anytime there is a disruption in your service area. You can even customize your alerts by going to bcwsa.net. That's bcwsa.net. BCWSA, your partner for a safer environment. BCWSA, proven.
Philadelphia Protestant Home is a premier senior living community that offers affordable, quality, independent living, personal care, skilled nursing, and rehabilitation. PPH is located on a beautiful, serene campus within minutes of Bucks County and features a variety of on-site amenities for active lifestyles. Bowling alley, computer learning center, greenhouse, bank, market, and coming soon, a pharmacy. Call now to schedule a tour, 215-697-8000, or visit us on the web at pphfamily.org. At PPH, we're family.
A flawless occasion begins at the Capitol Grill. From the moment you step into the Capitol Grill, located in the heart of Center City, the experience is one of comfortable elegance. Whether you're looking to host a private affair, a perfect lunch stop, or dinner destination, start your occasion at the Capitol Grill today. Visit thecapitolgrill.com or call 215-545-9588. That's 215-545-9588 for the Capitol Grill, Center City.
Planning to go to the game? Give LimoToday.com a call. You'll get to the game and back safely and in style. Why worry about the traffic and parking when you can relax and let LimoToday.com do the driving for you and your friends? And if you book a 5-hour trip with LimoToday.com, you'll get the 6-hour free. From sedans to minibuses to vans and stretch limos, let LimoToday.com get you to the game. Give them a call at 1-866-LIMO-TODAY. That's 1-866-LIMO today.
Enjoy a world of Italian wine and cuisine in nearby Philadelphia at Grand Cafe L'Aquila. This Italian landmark cafe offers a wide variety of Italian options for both lunch and dinner, and before you leave, try their award-winning gelatos. Offering an online market for your favorite meats, cheeses, coffee, and much more, it's Grand Cafe L'Aquila website at grandcafel'Aquila.com. Call them today at 215-568-5600. That's 215-568-5600. Or visit them at their flagship location at 1716 Chestnut Street in Philadelphia. The world of Italian cuisine is only a 30-minute drive away at Grand Cafe L'Aquila.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
Don't hang out alone in the man cave this football season. Hang out at Cheerleaders with sexy entertainers, $4 Miller Lights, Jameson specials, and awesome game day prizes during all Sunday and Monday football games. Stop in before, during, or after the game to see your favorite entertainers and your chance to win an awesome game day prize. The most epic game day experience is at Cheerleaders Gentlemen's Club, where champions play. Open daily from noon till 2 a.m.
Ventresca Limited, the Delaware Valley men's store, is located in historic Doylestown. For casual clothing in denim to business suits and tuxedos, Ventresca Limited has a large selection you have to see to believe. The experienced and knowledgeable sales staff can show you the many brand labels that have made Ventresca Limited in Doylestown a must for men concerned about their image. Select from Canali, Brax Jeans, Hickey Freeman, Johnson Murphy Footwear, and much more. Custom alterations are free. Visit Ventresca Limited on the web at ventresca.com.
We now return to Chickies and Pete's for the Pro Football Report, presented by BCWSA. Once again, here are your hosts, Delaware County Times Birds reporter Bob Grotz and voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, Merrill Reese.
And back we are at Chickies and Pete's in Malvern. And Mike Mamula is our guest. It is time now for this week's injury review, brought to you by the attorneys at Begley, Carlin, and Mandio. Contact them today for a free consultation at 215-806-3689. That's 215-806-3689. Bobby, I don't think that there are any injuries from last night's game.
They're healthy. That training camp, the way they decided to limit the tackling to the ground and that type of stuff, apparently it's paid off. They're all healthy. Landon Dickerson was ill during the week, but didn't show any sign of it during the game, unless being an ineligible man downfield twice, unless that had something to do with it.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting to hear that. I had mixed feelings. I thought one of the problems with the defense in Detroit was the fact that they didn't tackle to the ground during the preseason, that the practices were pretty non-physical, but yet looking at last night, the defense was great, and if in the long run it helps them, so be it.
Yeah, when you're limiting the reps, the physical reps in training camp, it's a double-edged sword. To your point, the first game, I mean, it was probably that way across the board, and then the guys kind of like, it was like muscle memorization after a while that they were like, all right, now I remember I got to do this, because they haven't done it all year.
Yeah, it's. Can you picture going to a training camp where the drills, the long days are about an hour and a half, no two-a-days, an hour and a half, and there's no tackling to the ground and no hard hitting?
When I played, I walked uphill both ways in the snow. It was awful.
Yeah. Hey, some of these drills would crack you up, though. I don't know if you've seen them.
To your point, it was, it's night and day, obviously.
Yeah. They'll have a running back or a linebacker who'll catch the ball.
Yeah.
And then they'll do a roll and hold on to the ball on a mattress. Not a mattress, but a protective thing, yeah. And at the same time, they might have somebody with a stick and a pad on it whack at the ball. That's
true.
On. Yeah,
it's true.
So innovative.
You could have played 20 years.
I know.
But you know what, Mike, is as weird as it seemed to me and tough to get adjusted to it, I think Dick Vermeil comes to practice about once a year and leaves with a stomach ache because he can't watch it.
I wonder what the statistics are with, not doing anything in training camp.
Well, I will tell you this.
Injury-wise.
Last year, with the exception of Brandon Graham, who tore his Achilles in the first game, the Eagles were relatively healthy throughout the entire season.
And I wonder what it's like across the board, because each team is doing that, what kind of luck they all have.
Well, the Rams started doing it, really. Sean McVay, and everybody's copied it. And, well, not everybody, but a lot of teams have. But
on the other hand, you have a team like the Lions.
Or the Bills.
And the Bills, they go all out in the summer.
Really?
They play their guys during the preseason. The Lions run Hard Knocks. I don't know if you saw that.
I know it is, but I haven't really watched it.
But Dan Campbell is their head coach, and he goes crazy. He goes crazy. And I think the Lions, it wouldn't shock me if the Lions end up second in the NFC North. If they beat out the Vikings.
That's a bad division, though. You got to put
and they're a lot better than they've been. Thank God for Detroit.
Yeah.
Right?
Goff looked really good last week, and Carson Wentz looked. They lost the game, but the second half, he was slinging the ball, Merrill.
My buddy was praying, around me, saying, "Oh, I hope Carson Wentz is there for 2 times with the Eagles."
And
he got it. Yeah,
I think he will be. And listen, if you look at the overall body of work, he still threw a bad interception, and he still fumbled in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, that safety, Merrill. That reminded me of Cleveland. Remember that flashback?
The last
Merrill
play,
said
he's in the end zone to take the snap. The ball's at the 1, and I'm saying on the air, he's got to get rid of the ball quickly. So he takes the snap and he stands there, and Mike, you could have counted to 14 Mississippi.
It was,
and they sack him in the end zone for a safety, and that was the last time Carson Wentz lined up as an Eagle.
He's right.
In came
Well,
Jalen Hurts.
The last time he started, because I think he finished out the game, right?
No.
In Cleveland?
No. It was in Green Bay, I believe. Where he got
He's
benched.
this era's Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah.
I used to love running against Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah?
It was amazing.
Why is that?
Because he couldn't move his feet.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
You could kind of like measure your steps, right?
Well, they're not
where he's
going
gonna be.
anywhere.
Yeah.
So they can't run away from you. So
That's what they say about Cousins too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know where he's going to be. Like
I think he's got more elusiveness than those
Bledsoe?
other two folks.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, quarterbacks today have changed. I mean, I would say 90% of them can run, of the successful quarterbacks today. Now, Aaron Rodgers.
I was going to bring him up. How about that? He was scampering a little bit. I can't believe he's still getting after
Aaron
it.
Rodgers can still run.
He works the pocket.
But he's not a prolific running quarterback anymore. But when he reached his apex, he was. And look at Mahomes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And the fact that, look, Carson Wentz as a rookie and as a second-year guy could move. And that was the magic of Carson Wentz. He could throw and he could escape. After he tore his ACL, MCL, and had structural damage to that knee, he was never able to extend the play.
He has back problems too,
and then he had a fracture, some kind of a stress fracture in his spine.
Yeah, yes, no
Well,
good.
it wasn't the same.
He challenged guys, and that's kind of the thing about Josh Allen too, with the Bills that people wonder about. You know, is that going to be sustainable when he challenges? You know,
when he's running around running into people. I don't understand some of the stuff that he's doing, but it seems to be working.
But all it takes is one hit.
The wrong way.
One
friendly
hit,
fire.
Yeah, and it ends him and it ends the Bills.
And what about Jalen Hurts? He didn't do it this game, but he did the first game. 17 rushes. But this game...
He was sliding a bit in this game, wasn't
Yeah, he slides well.
Yeah.
He can really slide very smoothly, and he doesn't challenge linebackers.
No, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, Carson used to find a linebacker and try to bowl him over.
See what he could do?
Yeah, he did. Now, I don't remember Bobby Hoying running much.
No, I don't think so.
He liked to go to his right, though. I know that.
And he's always on his back.
Yeah,
Poor guy.
That offense, that was difficult. But this is going to be a really interesting game. I know that the Eagles are favored in this game, but Washington, they have enough guys on defense where they can muster a pass rush. Chase Young's not going to be there. So they have an idea how to play Jalen Hurts from the familiarity. But is Carson Wentz going to show up? Which Carson Wentz shows up?
Well, here's what worries me about this game. The Eagles are coming off of a very intense game against a highly rated opponent.
Short week.
And they won 24-7. So they're a home Monday night victor going on the road against the division team in a short week. And it's tough. How tough is it, Mike, to keep that intensity, to get up for a game, win a game like that, and then sustain it the next week?
I don't think it's that hard if you have the right mentality and the right leadership on the team. I think they'll be fine with what they have and what they're doing.
When you started talking about that big home game that night, and then short work week, and then going, I started looking down here to the race and sports book. I thought you were headed down there, Merrill.
No.
Yeah.
It sounds like a gambling
It does.
stat.
It sure does.
And it probably is.
Yeah.
It probably is. But the fact of the matter is, I've just seen teams win great games like that they get up for, and then the next week go up against an opponent that they're supposed to annihilate and slip up.
That's the test of time.
Leave them in the game. You've got to come in and beat Washington the first half, rule the first half, and then make them play catch up.
Stomp them.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a difficult game, but I had no idea that the Eagles would dominate the way they did on Monday night. I thought it would be a lot closer.
Well, I think we all did.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be closer.
And I have not seen...
pleasant surprise.
Yeah. I've not seen Hurts be so comfortable in the pocket. That's as good as it gets.
Well, I think you are going to see Hurts. Not that he's going to throw for 83% each week at that kind of completion or that he's going to throw for 300 yards. But I think you're going to see Jalen Hurts take steps up, and he is going to, maybe before the end of the season, he may be recognized as a top 10 quarterback. I think he's that talented.
I agree. Like the coach said, his upside is huge. He's just kind of getting there now. So.
I think he's in that conversation. I mean, if you talk about the quarterbacks right now, who do you talk about? Josh Allen, Mahomes, and definitely Jalen Hurts and Tua.
Tua,
yeah. How about Tua?
Second half was insane.
I went up
4
to
touchdowns or something like that.
Yeah, and 6 in all. I went up to A.J. Brown after the game in the locker room, and I said, Hurts, I said he had to be pumped up. He had to be challenging Tua. You know, that was because Tua had the big game. And he said, yeah. He goes, I'll bet you it is. That was Tua.
That's funny.
Yeah, and hey, he was in prime time. The guy just really, he brought it. He won with his arm talent. And Merrill Reese, I got to admit, Merrill Reese, you were the one that said he would do this. And
well, I believed in him. I had watched him a lot in college. I watched his last year at Oklahoma. I was thrilled when the Eagles drafted him in the second round, and I thought they got a steal.
Sounds like it.
I do believe that. And the other thing is, Mike, and I know this is an intangible, but he is a guy who everybody on that team gravitates towards, Bob.
Yeah.
That's
the
huge.
kind of respect he has from every member of that team.
So is Gardner Minshew, yeah.
I don't.
Hey, we got to go to break.
We have to go to break.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm sorry.
We'll continue this goofy conversation.
That was my Gardner Minshew break.
Hi, it's Pete from Chicken Pete's College Football is back. Come join us for XL College Football Saturdays every Saturday starting at 11 a.m. We have you covered. Ice cold domestic draft personal pitchers for just $5. Plus a wing special for you and your crew like no other. 40 classic or boneless Chicken Pete's award-winning wings for just $60. Choose from buffalo, barbecue, dry rub, or the new kid on the wing block, spicy Thai peanut wings. XL College Football Saturdays, only from Chickies and Pete's.
Former Philly Tommy Green, and here's the pitch. More people are online every day to check and pay their bills. Now you can have your BCWSA utility bill delivered electronically. Enrollment couldn't be easier. Just go to bcwsa.net or call 800-222-2068. With electronic billing, you have control to see your bills whenever you want and enjoy the convenience of viewing and printing up to 13 months of your previous bills. Best of all, the service is free. Sign up for e-billing at bcwsa.net. BCWSA, proven.
When an Eagles player gets hurt, the team takes care of him. When you get hurt, the attorneys at Begley, Carlin, and Mandio will take care of you. They understand that a severe accident can be a life-altering event. You need a reliable teammate to fight for you. The attorneys at Begley, Carlin, and Mandio will get you great results. And if there's no recovery, there's no fee. Contact them today at 215-750-0110 for a free consultation. 215-750-0110 for a reliable ally that's on your side.
A flawless occasion begins at the Capitol Grill. From the moment you step into the Capitol Grill, located in the heart of Center City, the experience is one of comfortable elegance. Whether you're looking to host a private affair, a perfect lunch stop, or dinner destination, start your occasion at the Capitol Grill today. Visit thecapitolgrill.com or call 215-545-9588. That's 215-545-9588 for the Capitol Grill, Center City.
All tires aren't the same, and neither are all tire dealers. Michelin Tires offer safe, fuel-efficient, long-lasting tires that provide exceptional performance and extraordinary value. B.F. Goodrich tires are built for drivers looking for high performance and aggressive styling. Trust the tire experts at CJ's Tire and Automotive in Fairless Hills. They'll get you in and out in no time, and their everyday low prices on B.F. Goodrich and Michelin tires can't be beat. CJ's Tire and Automotive. Better, faster, and more affordable.
Fall into relaxation at Hand and Stone Massage and Facial Spa. For an introductory price of just $69.95, enjoy the tranquility of their massage services and the rejuvenating glow their facial services provide. They even have specialty services such as a pumpkin facial or their signature hot stone massage. Restore, relax, and reset at one of Hand and Stone's 57 locations in Delaware, South Jersey, and Philadelphia, including the Lehigh Valley. For an introductory price of just $69.95. Call or book online at handandstone.com. Restrictions apply. See spa for details.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
Ventresca Limited, the Delaware Valley men's store, is located in historic Doylestown. For casual clothing in denim to business suits and tuxedos, Ventresca Limited has a large selection you have to see to believe. The experienced and knowledgeable sales staff can show you the many brand labels that have made Ventresca Limited in Doylestown a must for men concerned about their image. Select from Canali, Brax Jeans, Hickey Freeman, Johnson Murphy Footwear, and much more. Custom alterations are free. Visit Ventresca Limited on the web at ventresca.com.
Are you looking for a checking account with convenient access and digital tools that can flex to your needs? Then check out Penn Community Bank's Free Checking Plus. With no monthly balance requirement and no monthly service fee, plus all the handy banking services and features you want and need. Early direct deposit? Check. Overdraft grace? Check. Mobile banking and Zelle? Check, check. Visit PennCommunityBank.com/free plus to learn more. Penn Community Bank. Here we grow. Account and feature terms, restrictions, and conditions apply. Ask for full details. Member FDIC.
We now return to Chickies and Pete's for the Pro Football Report, presented by BCWSA. Once again, here are your hosts, Delaware County Times Birds reporter Bob Grotz and voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, Merrill Reese.
And back we are with Mike Mamula at Chickies and Pete's in Malvern. If you haven't been here, this is a beautiful Chickies and Pete's with the same great food, wonderful service, great place to go. And this is a very modernistic type of structure.
I'm going to have my wedding here, I think.
In what year? 2083?
I'm not sure about that, yeah.
It is time. No one will marry you. Well, don't you realize that by this time?
I have some money saved up, Merrill. I'll find somebody.
It's time now for this week's Penworth Financial Keys to the Game. The key to your financial future is Penworth Financial. Call them today at 267-997-4503 or visit penworth.com. All right. Keys to a win over Washington.
I got one.
All right, you go first.
You got to go pressure up the A gap with Wentz. He will panic.
Okay, pressure Carson Wentz.
Up the middle, yeah.
Okay, I think that's the key with every quarterback, Mike.
It is.
You put the heat on, but it's
a lot
good.
easier to put the heat on him.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't move.
He does not move.
Yeah.
Once upon a
It's
time.
statue.
He made a play.
He did run last week, though, believe it or not.
He
Really?
made
Yeah.
a play against Washington when he was here in that second year where Washington had about 8 guys around him, and all I saw was that he was sacked, and all of a sudden he emerged from the end of the pile and ran for 16 yards.
Was that the Super Bowl year?
That was the Super Bowl year.
Yeah.
That was the year when he was at his very, very best. All right, but that's a good key. You can always start with pressure to the quarterback. All right? Number 2, watch out for the wide receivers. They are tough.
They got a lot of skills guys.
They do. Terry McLaurin is outstanding. And they drafted a wide receiver, too, this year.
Yeah, and this guy, Samuel.
Yeah, he had a good game. He had a touchdown the last game.
And the running back, he's a threat, Gibson, right?
Yeah.
But if the quarterback is on his back, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. Does Jonathan Gannon have another scheme for these guys?
I think Jonathan Gannon is a very underrated defensive coordinator.
Well, he had a great game last week.
He did have a great game. And I think a lot of the problems that he had last year was he had too many holes in the defense. But they have shored that up by bringing in people like James Bradbury, beefing up the linebacker department. Kaiser White.
Well, between that and now you have film, so you can actually see what these guys are doing.
Yeah.
And you can scheme against something. So that first game, he was kind of shooting from the hip.
Excellent point.
Have you had a chance yet to watch Jordan Davis?
You know what? I haven't. I was looking for him, but he was the couple times I was looking, he wasn't in.
Bobby, did you watch him at all last night?
I did, and he seemed to get tired. He's, he was putting pressure on up the middle, but he seemed like he would kind of get the guy going, the center, and then he would stop. Now, that center on the Vikings, too, I thought was a weak link, up front. So, but Fletcher Cox, he had the strip sack.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, they did a good job against him, too. So I think that that's alleged weakness of Minnesota, the interior line, maybe a little bit overblown.
Now, how about Hargrave? How was he?
He was better than he was in the first game, but not a real factor.
See, you hear me asking questions, and here I was broadcasting the game. But when you're broadcasting the game, your focus is entirely on the ball.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what most people are watching anyways. That's why it's hard sometimes to get a beat on what someone's doing unless you're actually focused on that.
Yeah. Now, if I'm going to a game sometimes as a spectator, I'm not an NFL game, but if I go to a college game, I will very often use the binoculars and follow a left tackle.
Will you watch the game outside of announcing it?
The
Eagles game?
Go back and watch it after.
Review, yeah.
No.
You don't do that?
No. I will go back and watch Washington's last game.
Okay.
The Eagles game I don't have to watch, but I will go back and watch Washington's last game. I might watch their last two games to get a feel for what they're doing offensively and defensively.
Has that been your rhythm since you started doing this?
Pretty much. All right. We go picking our games, 8 games, not including the Eagles.
I got everyone right.
No,
last
you didn't.
Week. Yes, I think I did.
You didn't. We were both 5 and 3.
5 and 3?
5 and 3. Okay. All right, Bob.
Must be a mistake here.
Green Bay at Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. Mike.
Green Bay.
Green Bay. Merrill. Green Bay. Okay. Pittsburgh at Cleveland. That's Thursday night.
Cleveland.
Bobby.
Pittsburgh.
I'm going to go with Pittsburgh also. Baltimore at New England.
Baltimore.
Yeah. That's. I'll go with Baltimore too.
Yeah. Make it 3 for Baltimore.
3 for Baltimore.
Did you get to know Harbaugh?
I did. Yeah, he's a great guy.
Is he a great guy?
Amazing.
He's the best. He really is.
A lot of genuine energy.
All right. Think about this. Lions at the Vikings.
Lions.
Bobby.
I'll take the Vikings.
I'll take the Lions. Ooh. I think the Lions are going to finish second in the NFC North.
Oh, right.
Bengals at the Jets.
Look what I let him and say Jets.
I'm going to go with the Bengals, yeah.
I'm going to go with the Bengals. Bengals haven't won yet. And I think that I can't see them going 0-3. Jacksonville at the Chargers.
Oh, Chargers. Oh, but actually, yeah.
Okay.
They got to go across the country.
Mike?
Jacksonville.
Put me down. My pen doesn't work. Put me down for Jacksonville. Because I'll tell you what, Justin Herbert's hurt.
Yeah, he's
Justin
hurt.
Herbert can hardly move right now.
That's a tough injury.
So give me Jacksonville also.
But they got to go across the country.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care if they have to go to the moon. They'll beat the Chargers.
Well, they don't have to go to the moon, but Los Angeles, well, sometimes it could be.
Sunday night, the 49ers at Denver.
Oh, that's easy.
49ers.
Yeah.
49ers.
Yep.
Okay, all 3.
Yeah.
And
Jimmy Garoppolo.
The Monday night game, Dallas at the Giants.
Oh, that's a good pick. That's a good pick.
What are you picking?
I'll take the Giants.
Mike.
Same.
Well, I hope both of you are right. I truly do, but I think the Cowboys' defense is going to win this game.
That's a good point.
That's what that defense is very, very good, and I don't think Cooper Rush is horrible.
Who do you have to stop on the Giants?
Well, you know what? Daniel Jones has his moments. Saquon Barkley can still run. They still have Sterling Shepard. They can move the ball. But they're not a great offensive team.
I think it's going to be like a 13-7 game. 13-9, yeah.
Well, the hour has sped by thanks to having a great guest like Mike Mamula. We thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for being here, Mike.
Bobby and I will be back here at Chickies and Pete's in Malvern next Tuesday night. So for all of us, have a great evening, and as we like to say, go Birds.
You've been been listening to the Pro Football Report, presented by BCWSA. Tonight's show is an exclusive presentation of 1490 AM, as well as 107.3 FM, and heard around the world at WBCB1490.com.